Hey kids, welcome to our little Grizzo TV.
The Super Clean Kids. Meet Leo and Lily, two super kids who love to play and, most of all, love to eat. Every meal was a yummy adventure. But before the adventure could begin, there was a very important first step. What do we do before we eat? Their dad would ask with a smile. Wash our hands, they would shout together. They knew that washing away the germs from their busy day of playing was the first rule of being a super clean kid. Squirt, a big blob of bubbly soap landed in their hands. They rubbed and scrubbed, making foamy castles and fluffy white clouds. They sang their special hand-washing song. Wash, wash, wash your hands. Make them nice and clean. Scrub the fronts and scrub the backs and fingers in between. With their hands fresh and clean, it was finally time to eat. My sandwich tastes extra yummy with clean hands, said Leo, taking a big, happy bite. Lily nodded, her mouth full of tasty pasta. After the last bite was gone and their tummies were full, they knew the job wasn't quite done. Time for a final wash, said Lily. They ran back to the sink to wash away any leftover crumbs and stickiness from their delicious meal. Every morning, just as the sun peeked through their window, Leo and Lily had another important job. It was time to wake up their smiles. Let's get the sleepy bugs off our teeth, giggled Lily. They squeezed a pea-sized dot of toothpaste onto their brushes. Up and down and round, Leo hummed as he brushed. He made sure to clean the front, back, and tops of every single tooth. Lily brushed her teeth in little circles, making sure they were shiny and bright. Sparkle, sparkle, little teeth, she sang softly to herself. A clean smile always made her feel ready for a wonderful day. When the moon came out to say hello, it was time to do it all again. Before snuggling into their cozy beds, they brushed away all the treats and snacks from the day, getting their teeth ready for a long and healthy night's sleep. Tummy Grumbler's secret. Leo and his sister Lily loved mealtimes, but they were always in a super-duper hurry. Chomp, slurp, gobble. They made so much noise, their plates were empty in the blink of an eye. Oh, my tummy, groaned Leo after one speedy lunch. Mine too, whispered Lily, holding her belly. They had eaten so fast, their tummies felt all rumbly and grumbly. Just outside their window, a fluffy squirrel named Squeaky watched from a big oak tree. He chittered and chattered, twitching his nose. It seemed like he knew exactly what the problem was. Squeaky scampered to the windowsill and tapped on the glass. Slow down, little ones, he chirped. A wise squirrel chews every bite to taste the sunshine inside. It keeps our tummies from grumbling. Lily tiptoed closer, her eyes wide with wonder. Taste the sunshine? She asked softly. Squeaky nodded and held up a tiny acorn, pretending to chew it very slowly and quietly, with his eyes closed. Later, Mom gave them each a slice of a crisp, red apple. Let's try the squirrel's secret, said Leo. He took a small bite and began to chew, slowly and carefully. Lily took a small bite too. She closed her eyes and chewed without a single sound. She could feel the sweet juice of the apple and imagined the warm sun that helped it grow. Wow, they both whispered. It tastes like a whole apple orchard. Their tummies didn't feel rumbly at all. They felt perfectly peaceful and happy. That evening at dinner, there was no chomping or slurping, just the quiet, happy sounds of Leo and Lily enjoying their food. Mom and Dad noticed and gave them a big, proud smile. From that day on, Leo and Lily always remembered to eat like the wise squirrel. Chewing slowly and quietly wasn't just good manners. It was a secret to making every meal taste magical and keeping their tummies happy. The Polite Park Adventure. Leo and his sister Lily were master sandcastle builders. They were making their best one ever in the park sandbox. When Leo thought very hard about where to put the tallest tower, his finger would begin a sneaky journey, right towards his nose. Suddenly, a fluffy seed from a dandelion tickled Lily's nose. Achoo! She let out a giant sneeze, sending a spray of sand flying everywhere. She didn't even think to cover her mouth. From behind a bright red bucket, two tiny, shimmering creatures appeared. One was a zippy blue sprite named Pip, and the other was a gentle pink pixie named Posy. They looked at the children with big, worried eyes. Pip zipped through the air and hovered in front of Leo. "Hold it right there, adventurer," he squeaked. "Noses are private places. We use a tissue for any treasures we find in there, not our fingers." Meanwhile, Posy fluttered gracefully over to Lily. "That was a mighty sneeze," she said softly. "But sneezes are full of tiny germs that love to travel. If you catch them in your elbow, they can't fly off and visit your friends." With a flick of his wrist, Pip made invisible things appear. Leo gasped as he saw tiny, grumpy-looking germ gremlins wiggling all over the finger that had been heading for his nose. "Yuck," he cried. Posy waved her hand too, and Lily saw a puff of germ gremlins floating through the air, right where she had sneezed. They were heading for their beautiful sandcastle. "Oh no, not the castle," she whispered. "Don't worry," said Pip and Posy together. Posy demonstrated again. "Just turn your head and tuck your nose, like a superhero hiding in a cape." She smiled. Pip made a clean tissue appear in Leo's hand. "A tissue is your best tool." Just then, Leo felt another nose tickle. He grabbed the tissue and wiped his nose perfectly. A moment later, Lily felt a sneeze coming on. She quickly tucked her face into her elbow and sneezed a tiny, quiet achoo into her sleeve. Pip and Posy cheered. The germ gremlins vanished. From that day on, Leo and Lily always remembered their polite park adventure. They kept their sneezes to themselves and used tissues, which was much better for them, their friends, and their magnificent sandcastles.